Hello, everybody. Sorry about that little bit of a delay. I was busy sharing out the stream. I hope you've all had a good day and a good evening and a good week so far. Good morning or good afternoon if you're in America. I hope everybody is well. Tell me what you've been up to, where you're from. It's been a beautiful day today, so I hope you've all been enjoying the sunshine and getting a little bit of vitamin D and upliftment. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Justin. Nice to see gentlemen on here. Hi, Patrick. I hope you're feeling better, my darling. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Rish. Lots of you on this evening. Thank you ever so much for taking time out of your evening to spend an hour with me. For those that haven't seen me before, I am Stace and I am a psychic card reader and spiritualist medium. I work with the cards and I also work with spirit. When I work with the cards, I blend your energy. And when I work with spirit, obviously, I blend with the loved ones that have passed on, with your loved ones that have passed on. Sometimes they pop in, sometimes I will. If they do, I will let you know. So this evening, I am using my Kipper cards. Excuse the state of the box. They're old cards. They've been used to death because they're my favourite pack. I'm glad you're doing better, Patrick. Glad you're doing better. I'll continue to send you healing, my darling. Can we also send healing to Sheila Dougal as well, because she's had some sad news this week as well. So if we can send her and her family lots of love and healing, that would be great. Hi, Tiffany from the States. I hope you're well. Okay, let's see who we are drawn to this evening. See what messages come out. Hi, Donna Marie. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Toria. Or is it Toria? I sound like Hermione Granger then. It's not Toria, it's Toria. Sorry, I had to. Justin, Stephen, Kirsty, Rich. Donna Marie, may I please have a read from Canada? From Canada, very nice. I've always wanted to go to Canada. Okay, Donna Marie, let's come to you, my lovely. Let's see what the cards have to say. Tiredness is kicking in, my friend, Donna. So I do feel you're a little bit tired at the moment. I do feel there's not enough sleep being had, and I do feel this is because you've got a lot of worries on your mind at the moment. I feel like I can't remember what the second one was now. Toria. Beautiful name. So yes, Donna, you're not getting enough sleep, my darling. And I do feel this is because you've got a lot of worries on your mind at the moment. You're worrying about little things, such as, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit insecure and a little bit unstable. And I'm talking material security. So I don't know if there's a bit of a wobble in your job situation or finances, or I don't feel very secure at the moment with anything. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling. I'd love to come and visit, Donna. If ever I win the lottery and get the money, I will certainly come and visit. Hi, Michelle from Liverpool, UK. I've got family in Liverpool, and I'm a Liverpool FC supporter. Hi, Lulu. Let me know if that makes sense, please, Donna. Work is busy, family, friends are in need. Okay, but you're feeling a little bit wobbly, a little bit unsteady with things at the moment, a little bit insecure. I feel like if things start going wrong, you're not going to be... I don't feel safe. I can't really explain it, but I don't feel safe. I feel like my little bubble has got like little holes in it. And the more I try and fill the gaps, the more unsafe I'm feeling. Now, I'm kind of getting this with a friendship circle. So I'm not feeling very secure in my friendships at the moment. Would you understand that? I feel like I need to slow down and take a breath, definitely. Okay, I'm glad you understand that. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling, 'cause I didn't quite know how to put it, but you all understand what I'm trying to say. So thank you for that confirmation. It just shows I'm on the right track. Right, okay, let me see what card comes out for you, my darling. Now, I've just had to You can take it off now, thank you. Sorry about that. I do not mean to yawn. You're not boring me, I promise. I love you all to death, and I love working with spirits. This is just they're just putting on me the fact that Donna feels tired. Threats from our neighbour to the south, political issues. Oh, okay. So that'll be where you feel a little sense of unsafe and a little bit of insecurity. That'll explain that feeling then. And uncomfortable, yes, Patrick. That would kind of fit. Maybe a little bit stronger than uncomfortable, but yeah, you get what we're saying, Donna, so that's okay. So let me pull a card and see what the cards have to say. Now, I had to rearrange the cards. I had some that were the wrong way around, some that were upside down. So I do feel your world is a little bit topsy-turvy at the moment, and I do feel there's a lot of reorganization to be done. And that will be with your friendship circles, it will be with your family circles, it'll be with your priorities. I do feel that your priorities need shuffling. Now, I'm not saying that you're getting your priorities wrong. What I'm saying is you need to think about which is more important, which is worth worrying about, and what isn't. Oh, and I've just had a card fly out. Excuse me 1 second. Come on, Domino. Thank you. Okay, message. You're waiting for some news to come. Now, I don't know what you're waiting for, but this has been open. So I do know you're waiting for news to come, and I do feel this news will give you strength and hope, because I'm looking at the red seal. The seal's not held it down very well. So whatever this news is news that you've been waiting for a long time. And I feel that this all started with a telephone call as well, because the telephone is standing out for me. Now, I'm seeing the pen, so I'm seeing you write a message, and it's the reply that you're waiting for. Would you understand that, my darling? Would you understand where you've had to write a message, or you've had to write a letter to somebody, or you've had to write your point of view and you're expecting it and waiting for a reply back, and that reply will come. Now, the ink has run dry, so I know it's a reply that you're waiting for, because you've already done all you can, okay? The drawer is open as well, so I do know that once you get this reply, it will be put in a drawer, and you need to keep it for safe. Yes, things not finalized yet. Okay, so it's coming, my darling. Okay, that final reply will come, but you've got to make sure you keep it somewhere safe. You see that open drawer? Make sure you keep it somewhere safe, somewhere where you can put your hands on it, because you will need it for the near future. Okay, now I'm not going to say when, but I've got the 7, and 7 for me is July. So I do feel by July all this will be wrapped up, your letter will be safe in a box, and what you need to be done will be put into action. This will go from paper to action by July, if not finalized by July. Okay, my darling, so look out for that. I know July seems a long way away, but it's really not. You just got to be patient, and you've just got to wait for the best. Okay, my darling, I do feel this is going to be good news that's coming, so fingers crossed it'll all come good for you. Okay, my darling, so I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me, and stop worrying so much. Okay, hand it over to the universe, manifest some positive thoughts, ask the angels for their help, and they will help you with it. Okay, my darling. Toria, I am coming to you, my darling. Hi, Davy. I'll see what I can do for you, my lovely. I can't always guarantee spirit will come through, but we'll see. Toria, purple heart. Love purple hearts. Purple Heart for me. Isn't that a war medal? Have you got links to them? I know I shouldn't ask questions, but would you understand links to the military, Toria? Because the Purple Heart, I'm almost sure, is a military medal. Isn't it for bravery? Maybe Patrick can confirm that for me. Maybe Patrick could know. But I'm almost sure the Purple Heart is a military medal. So I do feel links to the military. I also do feel there's links to spirit. So I do know that you connect with spirit in your own way. And I do know that you can feel spirit. You can feel the temperature changes. You can see things in the corner of your eye. And I'm seeing shadows as well. So I do know that you see spirit. But you doubt that you see them sometimes. Oh, thank you, Tiffany, for that. Yeah. Thank you, Patrick. If you can't understand the military link, Toria, maybe have a look in your family tree if you haven't already. But I do feel there's a military link somewhere. And I want to go either Army or Navy, because that's what I've just got in my head, Army or Navy. Okay, but there's something around that. So look into it, my darling. Okay, let's see what advice the cards. Now, these cards are only for guidance. I don't predict. I don't fortune tell. I don't say this will happen, like I just said, by July things will be organised for the last lady, but I don't guarantee anything because there are too many outside factors that can get involved and too many choices that you can make with free will. You do doubt yourself a lot. Yes, you do, Toria, and I'm feeling that. It's an American medal. So, okay, Patrick, I didn't know that. I knew it was a military thing. I don't know where you are in the world, Toria, but if you can take links to America with that as well, the American military, let me know. You do doubt a lot. Absolutely, you do. And you need to have that. I do feel that you don't give yourself enough self-love. All right, my darling. So I want to give you some self-love. I want to give you some healing. And I do feel your heart's been kind of broken in the past. And I do feel you're still healing from that. And this has put a lot of self-doubt. It made you doubt your gut instincts, made you doubt your intuition. But please don't doubt it, my darling, okay? Carry on with that healing. Heal that heart and believe in yourself and believe in what you see, okay, my sweetheart? So the card that we have for you is courtship. So I don't know if you're in a relationship at the moment. If you're not, there's definitely one coming in the horizon. And I would say definitely by April you will be starting to feel love again, or you'll be ready for love again if you haven't already started a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, the bonds of that relationship will grow stronger. The longer you heal, the more you heal, the more you'll be open, and the stronger the bond will get, okay? So this is about trust. And again, the lady is wearing like a light purple, a dark pink colour. So I want fun, I want laughter, and I want that healing. But it's going to take somebody special to take that healing and turn it around for you. They're going to have to earn your trust, and they're going to have to work hard with you in order for you to open up again. Does that make sense? Yes, you need to love yourself more. Absolutely you do. And once you start loving yourself, then the right person will be attracted to you. But I think by April, you're in a relationship. Hope bonds get stronger. They are going to get stronger, my darling. But you need to heal. You need to heal that heart, and you need to be more open and more communicative. The gentleman is wearing a blue, almost grey. So he's already making compromises for you. And he's already seen the best in you. And he knows what a strong person you are. And he knows that with your confidence, the world is your oyster, but he's going to try and help you, bring you out of your shell a little bit more. Okay, so go out on date nights, go out on, just have a takeaway and a Netflix night or something. go to the cinema or do something fun, because I feel like the fun needs putting back into this relationship as well. Hence why I'm seeing the pink. I'm also seeing Cupid above both the heads. So I do know that, again, that angels are blessing this relationship and they want to help in any way they can. So again, ask them for help. You've got people around you for support, because I'm seeing the green bushes and they are a bright green. They're thriving, they're growing. And I feel that this relationship will grow with time and with healing. Okay, so if there's any doubt about this relationship, my darling, let it go out of your head and just trust that things are as they should be and things are going to get better for you. Okay, my lovely, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Let's see who's next. There was a name. Davy. It was Davy, wasn't it? Where are you? Davy. There we go. Hi, Davy. Let's see what comes out for you, my darling. There you go. Thank you, darling. Right, let's see what we have for you. I don't know if you've been poorly lately, Davy, but I'm getting a sore throat with yourself. I feel like I need to clear my throat. I don't think like it's a tonsillitis or anything like that, but I just feel I've been a little bit poorly with a cold and it's affected my throat a little bit. If this isn't with you, it will be with somebody close to you. Let me know if you understand that, please. It could also be symbolic of being able to speak your truth, not being able to speak up or being silenced. And I feel with you, that's with you. Okay, my darling. But I do feel this is because you've been keeping something in. So what I want to say to you is make sure you speak your truth. If it's a question of how to speak it, ask Spirit for help. You are not able to speak your side of the story. Well, it's time you did, my darling. In whichever way you can. If it's not by verbal, do it by writing it down and sending a letter. Or do a recording or do a FaceTime or something. But you have to speak your side of the story, my sweetheart. Okay, you need to have your voice heard, and this is why you're getting the sore throat. Excuse me, just take a... Yeah, so you definitely need to speak your side of the story, my darling. Occupation, I do feel this is to do with a work issue. You've got the occupation card, so I do know there's issues at work at the moment. If you see the lady, she's working very well with very little light, and she's got her fingers really close to that pin. So I do feel that this is something to do with a risk assessment or health and safety concerns or whatever it is, but I do feel there's an issue around health and safety there. So again, this is about speaking up and speaking your truth, but the light is shining. So I do feel that when you have spoken up regarding this issue, your voice will be heard and things will be brighter and things will be improved. Oh, hi Mel, hope you're well. So yeah, she's very detailed. So I want to say the devil is in the detail. So if you're planning on starting a new employment or a promotion or whatever it is, I'm seeing the book. So I do feel the study for a new position or a change of job or a change of position. But the devil is in the detail, so make sure you focus on the detail, Davey, if this comes up. Okay, if this isn't to do with an occupation, it'll be to do with a collaboration of some sort with somebody. You've got an idea, you want to work it, or somebody comes to you with an idea. But again, before you say yes or no, make sure you check the details. It's very important. Okay, make sure you've got all them stitches in place and that they can't come loose. You've got the number 34 card, that's 7/7 for me. It's July. So again, by July, you should know where you are and things should start improving for you. And your side of the story will be heard because the books are leaning. So I do know the books have been read because they've not been put back straight. Okay, so your side of the story will be heard. There is a little piece of spare cloth lying on the desk there, and that for me is the trail end of things. So I do feel there will be a little bit maybe not told, but the important details will have been spoken about. Okay, my sweetheart. So speak your truth. Do it in a factual way, not in an aggressive way. Make sure you get your voice heard, and things will improve. And again, by July, things should have improved for you. Okay, my sweetheart, I hope that helps. I'm sorry I've got nobody in spirit come forward as yet. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I do apologise if you was expecting a spirit reading and you didn't get one, but it's told you everything that you need to know. I think that's the main message for you today. Okay, my darling, and look after that sore throat. I'll send you healing. Honey and lemon. Okay, honey and lemon. Hot honey and lemon. Okay, let's see who's next, please. Thank you once again for joining me on this Tuesday evening and taking an hour out of your night. I'm sure you all have busy lives, but I do appreciate the support. And Universal Spiritualism supports as well. Appreciates the support, I should say. Let me scroll up and let's see who we've got next. Hi Mel, hi Lynn, hi Emma, hi Jemmy, hi Karen, hi Night Rider. Don't forget, guys, we are streaming to both YouTube and Facebook. So if you want the chance of a reading, then make sure you comment. Because if I don't see a name, you can't get reading. K Weezy, let's come to you. Okay, what is it you're trying to hide from, my darling? Because as soon as I tried to click on your name, it didn't want to come up. So I do feel that you're not running from something, but there's definitely something you're trying to avoid at the moment. Would that make sense, please? I do know there's a bit of a delay on Facebook, so I'll wait for your reply. Hi to everybody who's joined that I haven't said hello to. It's not that I'm ignoring you, I just probably haven't seen your name. Yes, you understand that. Thank you, K Weezy. I'm just going to call you Weezy because it's easier for me. K Weezy, you sound like a cough sweet. So again, I do feel that you're another one that's had a bit of a cough or a bit of a cold coming on, because K Weezy sounds like a cough sweet to me. So again, with yourself, I do feel there's a bit of a sore throat, which also tells me your throat chakra is blocked, which tells me you're another one that's not speaking your voice. What is it with you men? Your friends say Weezy. Ah, okay. Thank you for that. But yeah, I'll call you Weezy if you don't mind. But yes, I do feel with yourself there's something you're not speaking up about. What is it with you men are not speaking up? You need to learn to open your mouth, boys. You can't keep everything in all the time. And I do feel this is putting headaches on you, my darling, because I'm feeling a headache straight across the front of my forehead with yourself. So I do feel it's a bit of tension, a bit of stress going on with yourself at the moment. And I just feel like I want to shut the door, shut the window, shut the door, draw the curtains, and tell everybody to bleep, bleep, bleep off. That's I'm feeling really frustrated with situations and people at the moment, and I've got zero tolerance for rubbish, shall we say. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling. And I'm getting all this from blending with your energy on a psychic level. Take care, Patrick. God bless you, darling. Thank you for supporting and coming on. Would you understand that, Wheezy? How you're feeling frustrated with everything at the moment? I don't know unless it's... baby mama drama, any kind of drama. There's something that's definitely got your goat and definitely got you frustrated, and you just want to tell them to do one. So yeah, if that fits, my darling. But again, you need to speak your truth. They might not like it. They might sulk with you for a few days. I know it's hard when there's children involved, but sometimes I don't want to say too much because it's a public forum. All I'll say is sometimes children are used as pawns, and they're used for blackmail. And I'm not saying this is the situation with you, and even if it was, I wouldn't say, because like I say, it's a public forum. But what I'm trying to say is that needs to stop, okay? And you need to open your eyes to what's actually happening, my darling, okay? Right, yeah. So you need to do what needs to be done. Let me see what the cards say. Let me see what the cards say, my darling. Now, I can't give you that answer. There's only one way you're going to get that answer. And you know what you need to do. And if that means putting your hand in your pocket to do it, or getting a solicitor to get the process started, better to be sure than not sure. Better to know than not know, either way, isn't it? Okay, let's see. There you go. There's your problem. There's a lack of communication going on, and the communication that is being had isn't very constructive. So you're going to need a third party, my darling. You've got 6, which is June, and I want to say that by June, things, providing you do what needs to be done and you get that confirmation that you need, then all this drama will come to a head. I know we're in March already, but I do know March is a significant month for you. But the communication isn't great at the minute between two parties. Well, between you and this woman, I want to say. There's healing needed. I do feel there's a little bit of anger there as well. You've got the white roses there, which is pure love from spirit. So I do know the spirit world is looking down on you and trying to help you. You've also got the reds in there. So I want to say you've got the strength for this. You've got the strength to deal with it, even though you're feeling frustrated and down at the moment. But this is about healing rifts. Okay, once you've healed the rifts and once you've had that confirmation that you need, or even if you don't need that confirmation, if you feel your gut and in your heart that things are right, I thank you. So I do have a child. Go with your gut and go with your heart, my darling. If you want that confirmation, then you know what you need to do to get that confirmation. Once you've got that confirmation, this drama should stop, because there's no more maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You're only saying that because of this, you're only saying that because of that, etc., etc. And I feel it's bouncing at the minute. It's like a tennis game. So you need to stop the game, okay? You've got the strength and the energy to deal with this. You've got the grounding, you've got the healing there. But even if there isn't any doubt, get it for your own personal records, and then you've got it then. Okay, and then nobody can come to either of you and say, well, I heard this and I heard that and blah, blah, blah. Because people do get involved and people do get in your head, especially when it comes to situations with children. So tell everybody to put out, deal with it between yourselves, or go through a solicitor and do it that way. I'm not saying that the child is or isn't yours. I can't predict that, my darling. I can't give you that answer. But I do feel that if this is what the woman's saying, the communication and the healing is there. It's whether or not you trust it. It's whether or not you feel in your gut, deep down in your solar plexus, what does it tell you? Okay, meditate on it. Before you go to bed, ask the angels to give you an answer, or ask your spirit and loved ones to visit you in your dreams to give you an answer. See if you get an answer that way. And then just go with your gut. Again, I feel that without that confirmation, there will always be that little bit of niggling doubt in your head. And the worst thing you can do is have that doubt in your head, because it can ruin lives at the end of the day. So make sure you get that confirmation, okay, my darling? That's the only advice the card is giving you. Get that confirmation, know where you stand, and the drama will stop, because then you'll have to work together. All right, my sweetheart, I hope that helps. I'm sorry it wasn't much, wasn't the news that the exact news that you wanted. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's go to Joey. Joey Bard, how are you, my darling? Oh, that one didn't waste no time coming out. Oh, you've got two cards here, my darling. Okay, you've got two cards. The first one I drew was that one, thoughts. So there's been somebody on your mind. There's been lots of feelings and thoughts going around in your head about one particular person. I don't feel their doubts as such, but I do feel a little bit of insecurity within a relationship. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It can be family, it can be a friendship, it can be a work colleague, but there's somebody around you that's close to you that you don't trust at the moment, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Thank you, Stephen, for coming. Hope you have a good night, my darling. And the second card I got was a child, and I do feel that the reason why you're having these thoughts is because this person is very much acting like a child. I feel like they're acting naive, and they're acting like they don't know anything, and you're like, no, this something isn't right here. So in terms of acting like a child, I do feel it's more of a case of somebody acting, I want to say more dumb than they actually are. They are cleverer than what you give them credit for, and they can be underestimated. Your mother-in-law for both. Okay, my darling. Come on. Hang on a second. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Sorry, my dog's up and down like a jack-in-the-box and distracting me. Right, lay down. Good boy. Right, where was we? Yes. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what buttons to press. And I feel a little bit of childlike manipulation going on, if that makes sense. Let me draw another one to see how to counteract this. I do feel she's making you feel, she feels quite secure with what she's doing because she's hugging that teddy, but I do feel that she's throwing her own insecurities onto you, my darling. Thank you for that confirmation. So her insecurities she's throwing out onto you. So I do feel that even though she's doing all these things, that it's more of a defense mechanism than it is anything else, and she's just reflecting her insecurities. So rather than go at her and kind of telling her off for it and you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. Do you realize this? Do you realize that? Go at it from okay, what is it that you're actually feeling insecure about? Because you're saying all these things to me about me and my life. What is it that you're actually afraid of? Because I do feel a lot of it from her is fear that's being projected onto yourself. Let's have a look. Yeah. She's stealing your time and your energy, my darling. This is the thief, and as you can see, the thief is stealing the pocket watch. And this is about stealing energy and time. It's a waste of time. So you've either got to talk to her like a parent does to a naughty child, or you've got to cut it free and just say, do you know what? Enough's enough. I've played your game for long enough. I'm not playing it anymore. It's taking too much of my time, too much of my energy, and you need to grow up, basically. And that's the feeling that I'm getting at the moment. If you can see that lady bent down, it's almost like she's pretending to have a bad back and she's trying to grab the walking stick. And I've never seen that position on this card before, but that's what it looks like to me. So with and I feel like you're constantly having to hold her up, and in the meantime you haven't got any time for yourself. So you need to do something to stop that situation, my darling. Okay, you've got 2 and 4, which is 6 is June. So I do feel again that by June, if you follow the advice of the card and you put a stop to this behavior one way or another, by June things will look a bit better, and you won't be the best of friends, but you'll be able to be civil to each other and crack on. And June is your birthday month. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. But yeah, I do feel by June things will have settled and you'll be in a lot better place with each other. Again, I don't feel you'll be the best of friends, but you get to a point where you'll have to be civil, because she'll realise that you know what she's doing or how she's doing it. And I think in the end she'll feel rather silly for it. She won't like being told to grow up. She won't like being told that she's being like a child. She might sulk for a few days once you've had that conversation, but this isn't about embarrassing her or shaming her. That will get you nowhere with her, okay? This is about dipping into her mental state, if you like, and just saying, look, you know, I know you're feeling insecure. Why are you feeling so insecure around me? Why are you feeling like everything's being taken from me? Because I do feel, again, it's the thief card. So I do feel that with this card, she feels like she's had something stolen from her. Obviously you're married to a daughter or a son. Maybe she feels, as she's getting older, she's feeling a little bit scared and a little bit vulnerable. It could be anything. But you need to speak to her like a parent speaks to a naughty child. I don't understand this behaviour. Why are you behaving this way? Let's have a conversation. Okay, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. 3 cards there, my darling. Well done. 3 cards. Okay. Married to her middle daughter. Okay. Yeah. So, middle one. It's normally either the eldest or the youngest that gets it. Hi, Nancy. You're very welcome, Joey. I hope things get better for you. I'm sure they will. Like I say, by June, you'll be able to be civil, but you need to find out why she's behaving the way she does. I do feel because she's getting older, she's a little bit more scared, a little bit more vulnerable. And if she's been like this with the middle one, then maybe there's an issue with her. Maybe she was closest to her and she just feels like she's been left on her own, so to speak. All right, my lovely. I hope that helps anyway. Let's have a look. Who's next? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Nancy Ray, let's come to you. Don't forget, we are streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. So YouTubers, if you want the chance for a message, you're going to have to comment, because if I can't see your comments, I can't give you a reading. I see comments from both platforms. So if you want a reading, YouTubers, because the reason why I keep repeating that is because we had a complaint a while ago from YouTube saying, "Oh, everybody always reads for Facebook." It's true, they do read for Facebook, but that's because Facebook comments are all we're seeing sometimes. So YouTube, if you don't comment, we're not going to be able to give you a reading because we're not going to know that you're there. We can't see through the screen. We can only see what's written in the comments. Okay? So make sure that you comment if you want the chance of a reading. Can't guarantee you'll get one, but at least if your name's up there, you've got a chance of having one. Okay. Oh, Nancy Ray, you got a cheeky little flyer. Expectation. Okay. What are you waiting for, my darling? I feel like you're waiting for something and you've been waiting for something for a long time. But what you're waiting for is your expectation and not necessarily the expectations of somebody else. I have a feeling that this, again, it's to do with a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic one. But I do feel your expectations of this person are quite higher and been long awaited. But the person is not aware of this expectation. Does that make sense? You have to let people know what you expect from them, what you expect of them, if you want them to reach your expectations. And sometimes our expectations can be high, but I also feel that your expectations of yourself are much too high. It's almost like you give yourself an expectation, and then when you don't reach it, you see it as failure. And that's not always the case, Nancy Ray. You're not in a relationship. Okay, so it could be family, it could be a friendship, it could be a work colleague, but it could be the expectation of yourself. You set high standards for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, providing you can meet your own expectations. Sometimes we try so hard to meet our own expectations, we end up feeling miserable and down because we can't reach them and we see everything as a failure. And you need to turn that mindset around, Nancy, okay? You need to think, why am I expecting? Yeah, you do have high expectations for yourself. And then when you don't meet them standards, you kick yourself. And that's not what life's about, my darling, okay? You can have high expectations, but make sure they're realistic expectations, okay? Now, some people will disagree with me when I say this, but I feel it's important to know your own limits, okay? I feel that you know deep inside what you're capable of. Yes, sometimes we have to push ourselves out of our comfort zones in order to reach things that we're not seen as being capable to reach. And that's about taking risks and stepping out of the comfort zone. But our expectations of ourselves can be that high that we're never going to be able to reach them because it's an unrealistic expectation. Does that make sense? But again, I do feel there's something somewhere that you're waiting for, something that you've been expecting that hasn't come yet. You've got the 28, 8, 9, 10. 10 is October. So I do feel by October, if you cut yourself, yeah, you have to be realistic. So give yourself I won't say drop your expectations, give yourself lower expectations, because we need high expectations in order to progress, in order to succeed. In order to have the confidence that we have. But that being said, you have to stop and think, am I expecting too much of myself? You need to take a breath and relax a little bit, okay? She's wearing grey, so I do feel you have to compromise with yourself a lot. She's also wearing ruby, and ruby is the birthstone for July, I do believe. So I do know that July would be important as well. So again, it's about self-reflection. She's looking out the window, she's staring. It's almost like she's daydreaming. So I want to say, go into that meditation, do some shadow work, and do some reflection on yourself. And every time you come up against something that you need a high expectation for, just ask them, am I being realistic? Am I expecting too much of myself? Okay, so the first answer will be your spirit. The second answer is your ego. Okay, so you go with the first answer. Whatever answer comes to your head once you've asked that question, that's the answer you go with. If the answer is yes, then you need to rethink things and maybe do things in a more creative and different way. Okay, and if you don't reach that expectation, look at why. If you get a no is new opportunity. New opportunity. So if you get a no, then maybe that isn't for you and you need to move on to something else and find a new opportunity. Okay, my darling? So this is about self-reflection, what you expect of yourself and how you manage that to be really on a realistic level. All right, my sweetheart, I hope that helps and thank you for working with me. Okay, Michelle, let's come to you, my darling. You're very welcome. I hope it helps. Stop being so hard on yourself, Nancy. I also need to say, don't push your high expectations onto other people. I know we always expect certain things from other people, and it's normally set by our own standards, but not everybody has the same standards as us. Not everybody has the same expectations as us. Okay? So don't expect too much from other people. All righty. Michelle. Oh, my darling. Right. So you've got two cards flew out then. Toil and labour. You've got a lady there working on a loom. And best card in the deck, well, one of the best cards in the deck is the Lover's card. So what I want to say to you is toil and labour. You've been through some storms, my darling, and you felt very much like that you've been on your own. You can see the woman on her own there working the looms. There's a lady there standing closer, but she's almost camouflaged to the machinery. So it's almost like she's a ghost and she's not there. So I do know that there's somebody in spirit that you're missing at the moment. You're very welcome, my darling. Let me know if you understand a lady in spirit, please, that you've been missing, that's been on your mind. And I do feel this is sort of a middle-aged lady. So that she's somebody that died between her 40s and 50s, I want to say. But there's no talking, and I do feel that communication with her on the earth plane was distant. I feel like this is, yes, I do feel alone, but try to be positive. Okay, my darling, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I do feel you've been connecting with this lady in spirit. She would have helped when she was 46. Okay, again, thank you for that confirmation, my darling, because I do feel that there is a bit of a distance between yourself represented in this card and this friend. I'll call her Alison because you've told me her name. So what I want to say is you can still communicate. This lady is wearing blue. The lady that represents you is wearing blue. So there's communication available there. She's also got a white pinny on. And white, again, it's about the purity and love from spirit. So I do know that your friend Alison is waiting in the wings. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting goosebumps. So I do know that this lady is with me now. And I do know that she comes around you a lot and you feel the temperature drops and she makes your skin stand on end. She literally gives you goosebumps to let you know that she's there. All right, my darling, thank you. Don't tell me too much information because it's down to me to tell you. But I do feel she's around you and she's watching, and I do feel that the communication is there if you need it. All you've got to do is either ask her to visit you in your dreams, or sit down in a meditation, or just give a thought out, and she will let you know she's there. Again, ask the questions. She will either come to you in the dream and give you messages in your dreams, or she will put words in your head. First word is spirit, second thought is ego. Okay, so again, ask them questions. Ask them questions. Ask her for the help, and she will be around you to help you. Now, I am seeing lights above her head, but not a light above your head. So I do feel she's shining her light on you at the moment, and she wants you to shine as well. The Lover's card. This is about the close connection. Okay, this is about the close connection. It's beautiful and it's growing. Now, what I want to say to you is there's lots of friends here on the earth plane that will help you, and I do feel you need that support. You've got the flowers around the wall is stable, they're holding on to each other, and they're not letting each other go. So in terms of support, it's all there, my darling. You've got the 2 doves and doves for peace, so you have got peace coming, which I know that you've been praying for. Okay, again, it's about growing, it's about healing. But you've got the 2 doves of peace, and you've got the lovers holding on tight to each other. So I do know the bond with your daughter is still strong, even though it doesn't feel like it at the moment. I do know that the bond is there and it is strong. And you've got the doves of peace. So Alison is sending you these doves for peace, in order to get the peace that you need between you and your daughter. Okay, so I do feel there's a little bit of tension there. I know you've told me a little bit of the situation, that it's obviously not good at the moment. Don't need to be psychic to know that, but on a psychic level, again, it's about communication, and the bond will grow. Okay, as long as you keep that communication open. All right, my sweetheart. And Alison is around you, and she's helping you with this, and she's watching everything that's going on. So make sure you talk to her. Okay, just because she's not physically here doesn't mean she can't hear you. It doesn't mean she can't answer you. It will be in the name of a song, the words of a song. You'll ask a question and some music will come on, or there'll be an advert on the telly that will answer your question. Look for the signs. Okay. She's making my nose itch, so I do know that there's people on this earth plane around you that are trying to interfere between you and your daughter's business. I do feel there's people trying to tell you how you should do it, how you shouldn't do it, what you should be saying, what you shouldn't be saying, and it's all gone a bit, leave me alone. Let me sort this out in my own way. And I kind of feel that frustration with you at the moment. I feel like I need to do this my way, because there's lessons to be learned here. And it's a lesson that you and or your daughter need to learn from each other. Okay, what I do want to say to you is we can learn from our children just as much as our children can learn from us. You've just got to sit and listen. Okay, sit and listen to what she's not saying as much as what she is saying. That will help. And make sure you compromise. Don't maybe change. I don't know how old she is, but let it be age led. My daughter's 17 this year, 17 going on 21, and I'm having to treat her more like an adult now and less like a child. I'm having to be a different parent to what I have been, if that makes sense. It's really difficult to transition from treating your child like a child to treating your child like an adult. It's so difficult, and nobody's perfect, so don't be too hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Okay, sometimes it just takes a change of mindset, a change of approach, and a change of attitude. Okay, transitional relationship, LP, exactly that word. Thank you for that. That's it. It's a transitional relationship, and it's a very difficult transition. And we don't always, there's no handbook, there's no guidebook. So again, be gentle with yourself. She's 35. She doesn't always get what I need to do for her sister as well. That tells me she's feeling a little bit left out. It's not that she's acting like a spoilt brat or being selfish. Even at 30, she still needs her mum. And maybe she feels she's not getting that from you. Maybe she's wanting to talk to you about her goals, her dreams, her achievements, and mentally you're just not there because you're busy dealing with the other child. Again, it's difficult. I know, I've been there. It is really, really difficult to find that balance. But maybe spend more time with her, chatting with her. Maybe, I know it's hard, if you can get a sitter for your disabled child, or if she goes into respite or whatever, just take one day every couple of weeks if you can, or one day a month, just for you and your elder daughter. Okay, my darling? Everyone needs their mum. Exactly, LP. So that tells me she's just fighting for attention. But she's not fighting for attention for selfish reasons. I think she's just missing her mum. All right, my darling. So again, I hope that helps. Get the communication going. Take that time out for her, and try and not see her as a child. See her as an adult that's wanting to spend time with another adult and speak about whatever she needs to speak about. And again, by, what did I say it was? 5 and 6. 6 is June. Again, by June, things should have calmed down a little bit, but the bond is there. The strength is there. The love is there. You've just got to find a way of communicating and helping it grow. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. I'm glad it helps a lot. Thank you for working with me, my darling. And I'm glad you got the message today, because you obviously needed it. Okay, my darlings, that hour went so fast. I can't believe it's gone so quick. I've got time for one more. LP, let's come to you. I didn't start till 10 past, so we've got another 10 minutes yet. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you, everybody. Let's come to LP. Quick card for LP. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me this evening. It is much appreciated, your support and time. Thank you for supporting Universal Spiritualism as well. I know Veronica Jenkins, who runs the page, is very appreciative of all your support. You can find me at Stace 190, or is it 180? Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Stace, type it in, you'll find my picture, or you can reach me through Universal Spiritualism. I do private readings, but I will not contact you. So if you get a message from me saying, I've got a message for you, I can give you a reading, blah, 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 it's not me. Okay? You have to contact me if you would like information on how to get a private reading. My inbox is always open. So leave me a message and I will reply when I can. All right? And I will send you a list of what I do and what I offer. Right. Hi, Donna. Hope you're well, my darling. You're very welcome. All right, LP, let's see. Ooh, very official. What's going on in your life, my darling? That's for me to tell you. I do not expect an answer. That was rhetorical. So I'm seeing the courthouse card, and this is normally comes out when there's a what's the word? Delegation going on, or there's issues going on of a legal matter. Now, I don't cover legalities because I am not a judge. I'm not a solicitor, although I did do GCSE law. It's not quite enough to cover experience in legal cases. So I'm not going to sit here and say you've got a legal case going on, this is what's going to happen. I do feel there is something legal that you need to be looking at, and I do feel this is maybe to do with insurance or finances or something of that sort. Now, you see the stormy clouds ahead. I do feel this has been a difficult time for you at the moment, and you've had to delegate and maybe seek advice from a higher authority. And this is what I'll no legal matters at the moment. Check your insurance papers, my darling, because that was the first thing that came into my head was insurance. So check if you've got any insurance, car insurance, house insurance, life insurance, animal insurance, whatever it is. Make sure you check your paperwork, make sure everything's in date, make sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Okay, my sweetheart, but I do feel that there are some papers that need looking at and need updating or need making sure that they're up to date. Okay, my sweetheart. You've got the orange in this card, so I do feel warmth and I do feel positivity. So it's nothing bad. I don't feel you're going to get yourself into any kind of trouble, but I do feel that you may need to consult a higher authority as to whether or not it's the right policy for you, whether or not you can get a special deal on it, and whether or not it covers you for everything that you want it to cover. Okay, so I do feel 3, 4, 5 May. This needs to be done by May. Okay, so check all your paperwork now. I do feel that there's some insurance or something that needs renewing between now and May. Make sure you're about to date a lawyer. There you go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's just giving me goosebumps. Wow. It could be that. How strange. How strange. But still, I did get insurance. So again, make sure you get that paperwork checked, my darling, okay? If you feel there's anything out of date, get it renewed. If you feel there's something not quite right with the paperwork, get it looked at, maybe by your lawyer partner, eh? How handy is that, having a lawyer as a partner? But yeah, I've got May, so something between now and May will crop up. But again, it's nothing bad. It's just something that needs looking at, needs renewing. Make sure you read the small print. Okay, my darling? And good luck with the lawyer. How crazy is that? Maybe you'll get to see her in the courthouse working. Still in the talking stage. Oh, bless your heart. Well, again, by May, you know. What does Eddie? Hi, Linda. I'm just reading your comment. What does... Are you talking about my dad? Do you know my dad? Or is this somebody that you know called Eddie? Yes, LP. So good luck with that. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, someone you know. Sorry. I just saw what does Eddie want with me. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Do you know my dad? Why would you ask that on a live? I'll tell you, I'm Delulu. Anyway, you're very welcome, darling. I hope the date goes well. Maybe you'll get to see a work in court. There you go. All right, my lovelies, that's me done. Ask him, Linda. Just ask him. It's about communication. Ask him. And whatever answer he gives, if it fits right in your gut, follow your instincts. If it feels right in your gut, think about why he left in the first place or why you ditched him in the first place. And then go from there. Right, my lovelies, I will love you and leave you, and I will see you Sunday. I'm on Prism of Light, and I will be back on Universal Spiritualism on Tuesday at 7, God willing, and the bus is running. Thank you all once again for joining with me. Again, you can find me on Facebook with Stace Shaw. My face is my profile picture. So yeah, I hope that helps. So there you go, my sweet peas. Lots of love, lots of light. Stay safe. May the angels watch over you. And I will see you soon. Bye.